Today in Make and Drink, we're going to make and drink the Jungle Bird, a very popular tiki drink that was created at the tail end of the tiki heyday in the 1970s. The drink is from the Aviary Bar at the Kuala Lumpur Hilton and was said to be a direct request from Conrad Hilton himself. First of all, that's not true. Second, that's not even Conrad Hilton. I say this because what even is true? I share things here I've read in books and found online, but I don't know if it's true. The biggest problem with tiki and cocktail history is oftentimes there was not a great record keeping in the moment. These were people that were just starting a restaurant or running a bar. They didn't realize that in 30 to 80 years later that people would be clamoring over the origins of their drinks. Which brings us to today's drink, the Jungle Bird. Now this drink was in fact created at the Kuala Lumpur Hilton. We know the exact recipe, or at least we think we do, as they printed it in their own beverage training manual, which can be found online. But that manual was from 1982. There are conflicting accounts for when it was created. The New American Bartender's Guide from 1989 shows it as being created in 1978, which was used by Beach Bum Berry in Intoxica. But then in 2020, thirstmagazine.com did more research and they discovered it was created in 1973 and at the hotel when it first opened. And they interviewed people that worked there at the time. They also credit the drink to Jeffrey Ong Si Teak, where the New American Bartender's Guide just credits the hotel. Now the recipe that Beach Bum Berry uses seems to be the exact one from the Bartender's Guide at the hotel, and it calls for 1 jigger of dark rum, half of Campari, 3 of pineapple juice, half of lime juice, and half of simple syrup. As called out in the recipe, you'll need dark rum, Campari, pineapple juice, lime juice, and simple syrup. Now, I already see an issue with this drink, but let's make it anyways, and then we'll figure out if it works or not. We're gonna build this in our small tin with half an ounce of simple syrup, half an ounce of lime juice, three ounces of pineapple juice, half an ounce of Campari, and half an ounce of dark rum. I'm just using Plantation Original Dark for this one. Add some ice to your tin and shake it for 10 seconds. Strain it into a glass full of ice. So garnish this with some pineapple fronds, an orange slice, a lime wheel, and a cherry. All right, so let's taste the Jungle Bird. The drink is better than it looks on paper. Now, to me, anything that has more than an ounce and a half, maybe 2 ounces of pineapple juice is just too much pineapple juice, especially when you're adding simple syrup. Somehow this actually works. That Campari is so bitter that you need the sweetness from your simple syrup and your pineapple juice. But I do think that there's a way here to make a more modern, balanced version of this drink using less pineapple juice, more spirit, and a little bit less Campari. And let's make that version right now. For this one, you're gonna need a demerara syrup, lime juice, pineapple juice, Campari, a mild Jamaican rum, and a funky Jamaican rum. We're gonna shake this one as well, so start with your small tin and add 1/4 of an ounce of a demerara syrup, half an ounce of fresh lime juice, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, 1/4 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of a mild Jamaican rum, and I'm using Appleton Estate Signature here, and half an ounce of a funky Jamaican rum. I'm using Dr. Bird Pineapple, but you could also use Smith & Cross or anything else that you would like. I'm gonna add in a scoop of nugget ice and whip shake this for 10 to 15 seconds. Go ahead and dump it straight into your glass and then add more nugget ice. We'll do a similar garnish here with some pineapple fronds, a lime wheel, and a cherry. And there you have yourself an updated Jungle Bird. All right, let's taste our updated Jungle Bird. Now there's two main differences with this one. We have less bitterness from the Campari, so you're able to kind of taste everything else in there more. Taste the lime juice, the pineapple juice. That demerara syrup, it's a little lost because we're only using 1/4 of an ounce, but it is in there giving a little bit more richness, a little more of those molasses notes. And then the big difference here is you can taste the rum. Not only because we modified the proportions of this drink, but because we used a funky Jamaican rum. Now, I don't want to encourage everyone to run out and buy a bottle of Dr. Bird pineapple. I really don't know that much about it. Last time I checked was like a month ago. I didn't really see this on their website, and I think I found it at like a specialty store in Los Angeles that had shipped to me with some other stuff. So I don't think you need to run out and get this one. Also, this pineapple rum, it is not like plantation pineapple. I don't really even get the pineapple. It just tastes like a high ester, funky Jamaican rum. And if you like that, you can also use different Jamaican rums, Smith & Cross being the most readily available. But anything here, anything that has a little bit more flavor, a little bit more funk, you're gonna kind of spice up your drink and make it just a little bit more interesting. So if you are using a funky Jamaican rum, check the ABV, because if you are using 1/2 an ounce and it's like this one, which is a Navy strength, as is Smith & Cross, you're putting in more booze than just 1.5 ounces. So, you know, it's adding way more depth, way more flavor. And while I like both, I just think for a modern tiki cocktail, this one is better. This is the one I would probably much rather have and prefer to order if I was out at a bar than the original Jungle Bird. Yeah, now that I'm tasting them side by side, this one's just kind of dull. It's just kind of bitter Campari and a little bit of pineapple. I don't really catch anything else going on in there. It's not a bad drink. It's not a drink you should avoid, but the Jungle Bird has been changed so much over the course of time that people kind of put in whatever rums they want. They modify the amount of pineapple juice. I think upping the lime juice in there would also make a better drink, but play with it. Do whatever you want with it. That's it for this one. I'm Derek. This is Make and Drink. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Consider subscribing to the channel. And also, just remember, I'm sharing things here that may not always be 100% accurate. I'm doing my best, but history can change. So if you see something wrong in one of my videos, don't tell me. Let me live my life in ignorant bliss. See you on the next one.